Hey everybody, it's Jim, and I'm doing a follow-up video to the Pedobots video I did, talking about the whole Sean Long incident and all the coverage on the internet about that. But first, before I go any further, I'd like to issue a warning, because I had a commenter say something, and I want to protect the children, right? So I'm gonna have to issue this warning now. There's gonna be naughty language in this video. So if you're easily offended by naughty language, well, you're gonna need your mommy's permission first, because Autobot X Ratchet is he's very concerned that hearing the word fuck is going to make your head explode. So this one's for you, buddy, Autobot. I just want to make sure, that those kids aren't watching this, because it's not in the language on YouTube. Oh boy. So that's your warning. Again, the warning is the word fuck is going to be mentioned quite a lot in this video. Probably even going to talk about shit you've never heard of. Sexual positions that are just scary when you think about them. So now that we have that out of the way, let's recap. Because a lot of interesting shit's happened in the last day or so, and I'm just going to add my 2 cents into this, and then I'm done. So where to begin? Well, like I had said in the last 2 videos, basically Pio and Optobotomus and a few other people came forward and said, hey, Sean Long did some inappropriate things with kids in Skype calls, and we think that's wrong, and you should all be warned, and he's a very dangerous individual. Now, since that's happened, because I did my original videos and I said, hey, if you got evidence, you'd better fucking bring it. I mean, you better show it. Since that's happened, a few things have taken place, or a few events have taken place. Basically, this is what happened. I'll try to give you the best chronology of this, but I'm going to get it off a little bit. But do your own background digging. If you don't want to take my word for it, I'm all for internet detectives. Go look at it yourself. Now, on Pio's Twitter account, after I'd posted my videos, I started kind of looking around myself, and on his Twitter account, he posted the mother's email. Now, I find this interesting for a few reasons. One, he originally said, I don't have permission to post any of this, but then he went right away and posted it on his Twitter account. And this was also followed by some very interesting comments, which I think cast him in a bad light. And I talked to him about this on my video. I actually had a conversation with him on part 1. You can go look at it yourself. Like I said, investigate yourself, read the conversation. And the gist of what he said on his Twitter account was, Sean had better watch what he says in his response, otherwise I'm going to go to the police. So, before I go even any further into this, I want you to really ask yourself this. If you are a responsible person, if you're an adult, if you're a moral person, a law-abiding person, and you honestly believed that a crime had taken place, if you honestly believed that a kid had been hurt, or something really bad had happened, would you not go to the authorities? I mean, would you not be obligated as a law-abiding citizen and a moral person to take it upon yourself to try to rectify the situation or prevent other kids from being hurt or prevent other bad things from happening? Yet what do we see Pio do? He's using it as leverage. Sean had better watch what he says otherwise. Well, that's kind of awkward. Why would you use the police and law enforcement as leverage? I mean, if you honestly believed it was a crime and you were a decent person, you would have already gone to the police. But you didn't. Instead, you tried to threaten them with it, which just makes it seem like, well, you really know this isn't a crime, and you're talking out of your ass. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. There's a lot of shit to cover, and I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can. So anyway, he posted the mother's email, right? Now, he initially stated, and there's been some confusion by commenters, oh, well, hey, he has information up. But that was added later on. When I made my video, all that was listed on his video description and on Optobotomus's video was the Tumblr account, the Tumblr post by Ricky, right? Now, he posted the mother's email, followed by a bunch of other stuff on his Twitter account. Here's the interesting thing. He posted that well in advance of actually putting it in his video description. And originally he said he didn't have permission to even be posting this stuff, yet here he is posting it. And then he adds it later on, once he gets permission, onto his YouTube videos. Again, this paints him in a bad light. Just like the example I talked about earlier, where if he really believed this was a crime and he was a decent person, he would have reported it. We see him doing something underhanded once again, and I mean, there's no other way to look at this. Again, if you thought a child was a victim of a crime and the family told you, I don't want this information published, why would you publish it on your Twitter account? That seems like a fair question to me. Maybe I'm confused about this, but it seems like you just wanted to get back at him, so you figured, fuck it, I'll post it, and hopefully she'll agree with me later. I mean, am I missing something on that? I don't know. Okay, so anyway, where are we in the story? Well, Information gets posted on Twitter, and I get to look at that, and that's all interesting. And if you watch part 2 of the video I did, near the end, I said to Pio, I was addressing this to him, hey, again, if you thought this was a crime, and you wanted to protect the kid, by doing what you're doing and posting this video, and then posting all this information on Twitter, which he did later on, you're going to basically let everybody figure out who the kid is. And I was right. It took me 5 minutes. Not even that. 5 minutes, and I found out who he is, who his sister is, where they live, what their parents look like, everything. And I'm not an internet detective. I'm not some elite hacker. I didn't take Computer Science 3, right? But I figured it out. So, again, this is the third thing, and a string of things that just, it makes me question his motivations on this. And it comes off as a little shady, I guess, would be the way to put it. Oh, wait, I forgot. I put that warning in the beginning of the video, so I should probably throw in, I don't know, fuck, 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 shit, fuck, fuck, fuck. There we go. Now I feel good now. I got that out there. I wanted to meet my quota of swearing since it bothered Autobot Trimix Megazoid 48.5. I don't know what is it? Autobot X Ratchet so much. I just, I wanted to make sure that quota's filled. Because you can't swear on YouTube. He's going to flag my video. Oh, God, I love the internet. Alright. So, that's where we are right now. Like I said, I investigated, and boom. It really, honest to God, it took me 5 minutes to find all of this. Kids nowadays are so retarded. They post everything everywhere. God. Oh, they should write their own ransom notes for when they get kidnapped. I mean, they're that stupid. Okay, so he posts all this, and I finally get to see the evidence, right? Oh my God, the evidence. Oh, here's the evidence of the crime that's been committed. And what shocking evidence was that? I've got an email from a mother, and, at the time, how am I even, first off, I don't know who she is. You can't link her to the mother. That could have been written by the sister or the brother or anybody else. I can write an email right now. That's not proof of anything. And the interesting thing is this email was screen capped, right? But the response from Sean that he had posted wasn't screen capped. It was just the text. Now that's confusing. And it doesn't make sense in a few ways. One, if you're going to screen cap one email, why not both? Well, you might not screen cap both if you didn't actually have both. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you do have an email from the mom, but you don't have any response from Sean, so you know what? I'll just make one up. Right? Why not? And then the third piece of evidence that they had was another post from somebody else who came forward and said, oh, he said inappropriate things to me too, and it was terrible, and my little mind it's blown by what he said. And yet this person who came forward had posted a video prior to actually coming forward where he basically made fun of Sean. So I don't know how reliable what he said could even be, because he already was swept up in this. Now, I've been criticized for, oh, well, you don't understand the motivation of the video, right? They're not calling Sean out. Well, obviously they're calling him out. They fucking said his name. Okay, well, but they didn't say pedophile. But everybody in the comments did. And everybody on Pio's Twitter did. And everybody on all these other sites that are related to this have been throwing that word around like it's a fucking volleyball. So let's not kid ourselves. That's exactly what's being talked about. And that's exactly what's being implied. You're saying he did something inappropriate with a kid. Okay, so what am I to assume? That he had a cigarette with him? That he gave him some liquor? Because you didn't mention either of those. The only other thing you talked about in the video after saying he did something inappropriate was about talking sexually with children. So I have to assume that you mean Sean is talking sexually with children. And that would be the inappropriate thing. And who talks sexually with children and does inappropriate things with children? Oh, I know, a pedophile. So it's really not hard to walk yourself on that inference, and arrive at that implication. That's what they were implying. But it still gets better. God, this gets better and better and better. All right, anyway. So there, I got some comments on the thing, and Pio showed up, and I talked to him, and other people showed up, and I talked to them. And then Sean posts a response. He puts up his video, he posts a response, so I go check out Sean's response. And it is exactly what I fucking expected. And it justifies my rage at it. It justifies my anger at this. And I'm going to explain why I'm angry about it. And basically why this is the most retarded thing I've ever seen happen. It's still mind-blowing. Basically, I'm going to cut, it's like an 8-minute video, I'm just going to cut it down to the very basics of what he said. This is the basics of what he said. He said, yep, absolutely, there was a kid in a Skype chat, or a blog TV chat, whatever, and, he joined in, and there was a group of adults talking, and Sean made a joke. There you go. Did he take the child into the corner and show him his penis? Did he bounce up and down on his ass? Did he take him to chat roulette so he could show him his dick? Nope. He made a joke. Would you like to know what that joke was? Oh God, I bet you want to hear what perverted, disgusting thing Sean said to that innocent little boy. 'Cause it's fucking horrifying. I mean, my God. It is the most disturbing thing I've ever heard.